Yeah, you were amazing. You were a lot better than I had anticipated.
Wow.
Not that I had heard anything about you, but I had seen some of the performances. But man, you held the whole audience the entire time at two performances that I saw, and you packed the house for the very first one, which was really amazing. Can you tell me how you got started in acting and performing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up getting involved in the arts very young. I spent my summers on the Nez Perce Indian Reservation in Lapwai, specifically Lapwai, Idaho, where my aunties and grandparents put me into the different arts programs, so theater, dance, beading, drum making. So it gave me a really early start in the arts, which carried on through school, and then I've spent the last good 10 to 15 years of my life working professionally as a dancer and performer, and here within the last couple years getting more acting opportunities, and now culminating with the role of Coyote here in the show According to Coyote, written by John Kauffman and currently directed by Julia Keefe.
How long did it take you to really be comfortable in that role? I mean, was it something you just walked into and were ready to roll, or did you how long did that take you to really hone that?
Wow. I prepared for this role for the better part of this year. I got the script towards the top of 2022. So it began with reading the script itself just to get acquainted with the stories. From there, I went into intense study of the text so that I could commit the 8 pages of text to memory. And then within about a 5 to 6 week time, I got to work with Julia Keefe, the director, as well as a few of our affiliate partners there at Red Eagle Soaring over on the coast in Seattle, Washington, going over the script and setting up the blocking of the show. So that happened through September into the beginning of October of this year. Yeah.
When was the very first performance?
We had our first performance of According to Coyote on Indigenous Peoples Day here in 2022, which happened to be Monday, October 10th. We had 2 performances at the Spokane Riverfront Park Pavilion, a matinee and an evening show. And then here culminating at the end of the week on the 16th, we are at the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture, again in Spokane, Washington.
And that was a packed house at the 6 o'clock that I made it to, but I heard it was packed at 11 in the morning, dude.
Oh, yes.
How did that make you feel?
It was amazing seeing the turnout at both shows on Indigenous Peoples Day there at the pavilion. We had a matinee at 11 a.m. and there were plenty of people that came. We had students that came from the Spokane Salish school to sing songs to help open up the program. They also performed prior to the play at the evening show. So it was really great to have local community members come and bless the space, and then to walk out into the space as Coyote and to see a full crowd of people. It was just so amazing. It really made my heart feel just nice and full. Their presence brought more energy and presence to my performance. So I really appreciated the turnout.
So it must have been kind of surprising when you walked out to that many people at 11 in the morning.
Definitely.
What was going through your head as you're coming out there?
Yeah, the main thing that was going through my head when I came out and saw all those people is, how am I going to get through to get to the stage? Just figuring out the traffic itself, the logistics, was the very first thought. And then as soon as I got near the stage, I actually had one of my younger cousins who was sitting down in the front row. And as part of the Coyote character, I was able to go and meddle around and sniff what was going on in the front, and it just happened to be one of my younger cousins. And so I knew right at that moment that I was at home and that I was in a good space. So it really just helped me to feel so comfortable. And then turning around and seeing all these faces looking back at me, and a lot of faces that I knew mixed in among a crowd of people that I'd never met before. It was just so amazing. It made me feel so great.
When you did the performance I saw that evening, you were just so amazing. Just watching you there and again here, I would wholeheartedly say that you've mastered your craft.
Oh, wow.
What does it feel like to be an artist that is in that space and there. How does that make you feel? What do you?
Wow. Well, the great thing that I'm encountering with this show is that there's so much growth to the journey itself. I've noticed from studying the text how much growth comes in that bit. And then, as I spoke about before, we got to come to the space and start blocking the physical parts of the show. So there was personal growth that happened there. And now that I've performed this show in front of 3 audiences, I do feel an extra step of growth. So it's actually kind of funny hearing mastery being mentioned, because I feel like I'm at the beginning of a journey, and it actually really excites me to continue along this journey as I get to dive deeper into the character and gain more experience as I share these stories with more people. So I feel kind of like Coyote at the beginning of the show, a young, trepidatious, aware of all the things being, who's trying to figure out their footing, who kind of knows what they're doing, kind of confident, yet still has so many things that they don't even know they're about to learn that is about to come up. And so I'm looking forward to, as we continue to move this show forward, what new experiences come and what I gain out of that experience. It's been great to encounter and experience the support here in the Spokane area. Again, being able to present diverse stories and diverse storytellers to the community, and to see the turnout that has come with the 3 shows that we've been able to present in the past week. It's just been really amazing for the heart. It's felt really great. Again, it's adding to the conversation of everything in this current world. We speak about the origins of the world from a Native American perspective. The stories and legends that we're sharing within this play speak to the origins of the world and to many things that we hold as true knowledge. And so I really love, even at the end of the play, being able to stand in a modern contemporary setting and to assert again that knowledge of, these people think they're so smart, yet we've been doing this for such a long time. This has already been established. And so getting to present that message in this modern context, and for it to be outside of just our Native community is so great. And it feels really great to be able to be a member, or the one that conveys that message.
So what do you hope to come from this?
Well, I'm definitely excited for the future of this show. There's many possibilities and opportunities for it to travel around, not only to local area communities and schools, to different theaters in different states across the country, and hopefully it can go abroad as it did originally. John Kauffman himself debuted this play at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. in 1987, the very year that I was born. So it feels like a very full circle moment to have that potential laid out in front of me, and hopefully we can reach the same heights that the show did before, and possibly even take it even further.
So here at One Heart, a few years ago we had Sterling Harjo out here.
Yes.
What do you think about what's going on in media right now with Native American actors, actresses, producers, and filmmakers? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing to see the uptick in Native presence in mainstream media. With the many shows that have been coming out: Dark Winds, Rutherford Falls, Reservation Dogs, the movie Prey, the Echo. There's so many more that have been coming about, and also to have met Sterling in person as a person who made an appearance, Reservation Dogs Season 2, Episode 2. I got to work with Sterling and the entire crew there. Bobby Wilson and Tazba Chavez and so many other amazing names, that it was just so great for the heart. It was great to be in a community of like-minded people who wanted to push Native American stories and just presence forward from a Native American lens. And so to be a part of that was absolutely amazing, and to see their continued success and their continued drive to push these stories, narratives, and ultimate images forward is so cool. So I'm looking forward to more, and hoping that there's growth and more opportunity that we get to capitalize on throughout our many different communities.
Yeah. Well, one more kind of question about your character, your performance and your role. Had you ever had a character that you embraced, like Coyote?
Wow, this is probably the first. This is definitely the first major character that I've had the opportunity to work with in this way. What's beautiful is that I grew up hearing it's a yaya named Titwatis, these Coyote stories. Well, keep a long time ago, it's a yaya hitolaita, Coyote was going up the river. Nox Kilahiki, one day. These are the stories that I grew up around, and so to have such a beautiful and rich history mixed in with this now present opportunity to portray these stories has been beautiful. So it feels like, again, another revolution in this full circle moment of getting to embrace something that I grew up with and to now present it in my own way and in a contemporary time.
What would you like people to know about you as an artist?
What I can say is that I take no credit for the artistry that I possess and get to convey. It has been passed down from generations. It's been cultivated by the family and community members around me for years. Without the support and love that's been poured into me, I wouldn't be able to do the very things that I get to do. So my artwork is really a celebration of love and endurance and knowledge that has been passed down to me, and so it really feels great to be able to take that energy and to transmute it into something beautiful and to communicate it through different mediums with other people, whether that's visual art, performance art, now some vocal work because I'm singing in the show, some musical work as well. It's been brilliant, and so I really, again, I take no credit for my artistry, yet sit in absolute gratitude for all the love and support and everything that has been poured into me, because it's an absolute blessing to be able to share the talent and the energy and the goodness with others.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to add?
I love my mom. I love my mom. I love my grandma. Katsuyayo oikalo. Thank you, everyone. Katsuyayo ki tutokunim wataspa, and giving thanks for this land that's of the original peoples, those that were here first. So yeah, with all this, I say yokolot. That's all.
And he said, "Oh, those people think they're so smart. They don't even know. Coyote's already been to the moon and back."
Inland Northwest Native News. Like and subscribe.